momentarily. And we're asking that all of you all would please put your phones on mute or vibrate so that we will not interrupt the flow of this ceremony. Please, ma'am, please, sir, your phone or electronic devices on mute or vibrate would be greatly appreciated, or even on off if you can't find any of those buttons. We appreciate you. We'll be starting momentarily.
You don't know what love is until you've learned the meaning of the blues. Till you've loved a love you've had to lose. You don't know what love is. You don't know how lips hurt until you've kissed, then had to pay the cost. Until you flipped your heart and you've lost. You don't know what love is.
Let's get this out of our system. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our ceremony, Recruit Class 02, fiscal year 2017, Madison Square Garden. Good morning. Commanding Officer of the Correction Academy, Warden Penny L. Jones, will now introduce the Class 02 fiscal year 2017.
Good morning. Good morning, Commissioner Cynthia Brand, First Deputy Commissioner, Angel Villalona. Chief of Department, Hazel Jennings. Senior Deputy Commissioner, Mark Strange. Deputy Commissioner, James P. Barry. Members of the dais, family and friends. I am Warden Penny L. Jones, Commanding Officer of the Correction Academy and the Firearms and Tactics Unit. I now present to you the largest recruit class in DOC history, 1,144 officers from recruit class 02 fiscal year 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem, sung by recruit officers Wayne Allen and Jason Clayton, then followed by the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray. After 58 total fights, 44 knockouts, 50 wins, and 8 losses, Mike Tyson, the youngest former heavyweight champion of the world, sums all of his experience and training into one stellar award-winning slogan. After all the ups and downs, victories, and defeats, this fighting prodigy in his prime gives his final summation to the world that would stick to his acclaim to the end of time. Mike Tyson's worldview says this one thing: everyone has a plan until he gets punched in the face. Seems so basic and elementary, but yet it holds a profound truth no matter how refined a person is. A punch in the face brings a new perspective in any civilized environment. Even in this room, as we celebrate these newly minted correction officers, there are some mothers that are praising their adult children who will forever be their babies, but hold this fundamental truth: even mama will chin check you if you ever disrespect her. In a hostile, rage-filled world where hate and chaos has spilled out into the streets of our land, we as corrections professionals carry the antidote to calm the rage of those who are uncontrollable. It may seem far-fetched, but this agency is filled with first responders and negotiators who know how to diffuse the most volatile situations imaginable. This profession, although often overlooked and criticized, is becoming the cutting-edge model, not just for our city, but for the entire world. More and more are looking for help in the midst of crisis, and more will look to the correction officer for advice. We are more than just jail keepers on Rikers Island, but we possess a treasure that is found in earthen vessels, a treasure that one day will take a world stage to let our human family know that our lives have great value and significance and meaning that can greatly help calm the wave of rage that has infiltrated our land. This is more to our job than we can ever imagine, and that is to bring your skills, professionalism, and expertise we use every day to help your family and friends and even the world stage. an attitude of gratitude that reflects a certain level of character and integrity that comes even after an assault against one's own self-worth. Today, we are not just New York's boldest, but we are the boldest and the best. We remain nice even under extreme pressure and extremities. So Iron Mike, you are absolutely correct. Everyone has a plan until he gets punched in the face. And even though we face uncertain dangers, we are reminded that though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. We ask all these blessings in your name is my prayer, and let everyone say amen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. As you would turn your attention to the screen, I'd like to present to you a presentation called A Day in the Life of a New York City Correction Recruit Officer by the Office of Public Information Film Unit.
Get it. PT. All night. Every day. None. All your stomach, drop the knife. Guys.
Laugh, face. Are we ready?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
All right, face.
Thank you, Public Information Film Unit, for that awesome video. Can we put our hands together one more time? Good morning, Commissioner Brand, Acting First Deputy Commissioner Villalona, Acting Chief of Department Jennings, Acting Senior Deputy Strange, graduates, family, and friends. I am Bishop Eric P. Brown. It is my pleasure to serve as your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. I will now formally introduce our dais. Please hold your applause until the introductions are complete to my right. New York City Department of Correction Commissioner Cynthia Brand. First Deputy Commissioner Angel Villalona, Chief of Department Hazel Jennings, Senior Deputy Commissioner Mark Strange, and the rest of our distinguished dais guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our dais. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium the Commissioner, New York City Department of Correction, Cynthia Brand.
Good morning, recruits, DOC staff, family, friends, and distinguished guests. I am honored to welcome everyone to this very special day. To our recruit unit, application investigation unit, Commanding Officer Warden Penny Jones, and the entire Correction Academy staff, your outstanding work has once again achieved the unimaginable and successfully brought in and trained 1,144 recruits, the largest class in New York City Department of Correction history. To our newest recruits, congratulations. After months of rigorous training and endless testing of your academic and physical skills, you are about to become members of New York City's elite law enforcement family. It is a special honor and privilege to be standing here as your commissioner, looking out into this sea of blue and seeing the great hope and promise for the future of this agency. As corrections officers, you are embarking on an exciting and rewarding career path in one of the most vital and challenging professionals in New York City. I know that none of you reached this day alone, so please join me in giving a big round of applause to your family and friends who are gathered here today. To the family and friends and loved ones here today, you too are about to embark on a journey with these courageous men and women. They may spend their assigned tours with us, but they will come home to you. And home is where they should find peace and solace. They will need your support, understanding, and encouragement more than ever as they take on the duties and responsibilities of keeping our city safe. We thank you for sharing them with us as we answer our call to duty. Recruits, you are about to feel the weight of public service on your shoulders. As the largest academy class in the history of the department, much will be expected of you. Yes, your duties as officers are care, custody, and control, but at DOC, more is required. Here, you are more than an officer. You are teachers, mentors, counselors, community leaders, activists, and reformers. And I know that most of you are already aspiring to these roles. During a recent visit to the academy, one of your classmates told me that he doesn't just want to be an officer working a post. Instead, he wants to open the inmates' eyes to unimagined dreams and possibilities. Another classmate told me she hopes to influence people who may have made a bad decision to look towards a brighter, more productive future. There is a strong sense of compassion and motivation for improving lives and ensuring public safety already instilled in this class. That attitude will be key for achieving the high standards we have set for ourselves. We are an agency of change and are pioneering a set of unprecedented safety reforms. We remain focused on running safe jails, sustaining our reforms, transforming lives within our communities, and returning the word correction back to its true meaning within the criminal justice system. Changing lives and improving communities is an enormous mission, especially when the work goes unseen and unrecognized. A renowned historian once said, "In our world of big names, curiously, our true heroes tend to be anonymous." But we will continue to do this work and do what is necessary in the spirit of purpose, not praise. I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you. Lack of recognition and the many naysayers will get to you. Your jobs will be extraordinarily difficult. You will face some of your greatest challenges while wearing the uniform. On those days when things go wrong and everything seems impossible, I want you to reach back here to what you feel today. The pride, the enthusiasm, the faith that you will be successful. Remember why you chose this profession and push on. I believe in you, and I believe you are prepared for anything. You are already shaping the history of the department. In fact, there will likely never be a class of this magnitude again. By size alone, your class will greatly impact all of what we do as an agency for decades to come. You will infuse the department with new ideas, techniques, and personalities. You will treat each other with respect and courtesy and remain committed to accountability. You will uphold the oath above all else. Do your job, do it with pride, integrity, and professionalism. I and every member of the senior leadership team will do the rest. We promise to always support you and provide you with the tools and resources necessary to be safe and successful. In a few short moments, you will begin the official transformation from citizen to law enforcement officer. Your job begins as you swear an oath, the same oath sworn by those who have come before you, who have had the courage and commitment to do a challenging and dangerous job that most people do not understand and either could not or would not do. Know that you are not alone. You will have tens of thousands of bold men and women who are already on the front lines at your side and watching your back. Remember, boldness does not mean rude, loud, or disrespectful. Being bold is being firm, fair, confident, fearless, strong, and resilient. It means you're willing to go where you've never gone, willing to try things you've never tried, and be willing to trust what you've never trusted. Boldness is quiet, not noisy. So let us be bold, let us be brave, and let us be together. Recruits, welcome to your new home and your DOC family. Congratulations to all of you on today's achievement. I wish each and every one of you a long, safe, and successful career. Thank you.
Please give her another round of applause. Thank you, Commissioner Brand. I would now like to welcome to the podium the President of the Correction Officers Benevolent Association, Elias Hussamadeen.
Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me up in the back? Yes? Okay. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to the dais, to the families, and to the graduates. For those of you who come to these graduations, you know this is a little different. I think they're bringing me up first so I can speak before the mayor gets here. Listen, first of all, I want to thank the Academy and the instructors and the commanding officer of the Academy, Penny Jones, the Academy instructors who, man, every time you guys do it, it seems like you're getting better and better at doing it. And we should actually give the instructors a hand. I also want to thank the COBA Executive Board, who's here. I want to thank you guys for being here, for being the team that's necessary to try to hold this thing together. My message is very short and it's clear, and it's just the same message that I've been giving since I've been attending these ceremonies. First of all, I want to say to the family of everyone that's sitting here, Penny, you said it was what, 1,000? 1/4? Okay, 1144. To the family of the 1144, if that's correct, that's sitting here. It is very important, and this is my message that I'm going to give, and I have learned this in the last 18 months or 2 years. You have to hold tight to these 1,144 people sitting up here. If you don't hold tight to them, they're going to fall, they're going to slip, and they might get away. They're about to embark on something that they have no freaking idea of what they're about to walk into. They think they know, but they don't know. I've always said that what we do is not pretty. What we do is something that most people say, I could never do that job. But then they all line up to second guess what we do. So as the family members, for all of you out there who are Muslims, and your family members are Muslim, for all of you who are Christians, Jews, whatever your religious persuasion is, hold on to them. Every day they come home, remind them. When you see them looking crazy, grab them, because this job is going to make them crazy. And it's going to make some of them a little bit more crazy than others, which means they're already a little bit crazy, okay? So it's important to the family that you keep an eye on them, because this profession is one of the most unthankful professions that anybody can do. And it's real, but we do one hell of a job. We hold this down. We do one hell of a job. In 2016, for us to deal with 75,000 inmates, not 10,000, 75,000. For us to have 75,000 inmates come through our system and no major riots, no major incidents, is a hell of a freaking testament to what we do. This year, I'm not sure, I believe we're already past 55,000 in our custody. So I want you to remember, as people try to marginalize us, as people try to act as if what we do has nothing to do with public safety, I need you to do that. To the family, one last message. This is what I need, and this is what they need. We also need your support. When you see these things on the news, when you're reading in the newspaper, you know who's sitting here. These are your husbands, your wives, your sons, your daughters, your grandchildren. They're not criminals, and we shouldn't allow anybody to criminalize us. Last and not least, to the recruits, to the officers, guys, make yourself proud. Make yourself proud by knowing your job. I was just at a ceremony with a captain that we had in this agency who's not so long ago retired. I believe her name was Captain Gray. And for those up here who know her, everybody knows that her famous thing was what, Chief Hayes? What did she say? Do your damn job, right? My message is do your damn job. Do your job. But first, know your job. Know your job. Know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Know what it is that a correction officer do. We are the police of the jails, and it's our job to enforce policy. Yes, we have people making policy who are freaking clueless. And some of the policies that they're making is making it impossible, almost impossible, for us to do our job. But nonetheless, we have to know our job and we have to do our job. And to say, I really like this class. I've been seeing you guys at the academy. I see you beat all the jails and the softball tournament, and you wiped us all out. You have a hell of a camaraderie with each other, and I'm hoping that you take that with you to the jails. The future is bright, but the job that we have is a tough one. It's a hard one. And sometimes people who are responsible for leading us make bad decisions that can cause us to get hurt. So for that reason, you need to know the job. You need to know what it is that you're about, what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And in closing, you're the future of this agency. We're still waiting and hoping. We love Commissioner Brand and we appreciate her, but I'm still waiting for the next commissioner that came up through the ranks. I'm still waiting for the next commissioner that came up through the ranks. But we love Commissioner Brand, and she's here. For you that want to know what your future can look like, Chief Hazel, could you stand up for me? Angel Villa, can you stand up for me? Can you stand up? This is what the future can look like. This is where you can go. The 4-star chief of the agency coming up through the ranks. The first deputy commissioner, they said acting. Hopefully the mayor will do the right thing and get rid of this acting title immediately. They've been acting long enough. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. So again, to the family, to everybody, guys, let's look out for each other, whether we're home or whether we're at work. To the recruits, keep up this camaraderie, guys. Take each other's phone numbers. Talk to each other. Talk to each other. Pray. Because like I said, in the last 2 years, I've done a hell of a lot of praying. It works. Thank you very much.
The COBA president, could you please give him another round of applause? Elias Hussein has a very huge, magnanimous responsibility, and we appreciate his service. Recruit Correction Officer Leah Joseph is the class valedictorian. Recruit Officer Joseph attained an overall average of 96.9%. You can clap right in there. Recruit Officer Joseph will be given a gold arm braid by the Correction Academy Commanding Officer, Warden Penny L. Jones. This braid admits her into the Valedictorian Honor Society, and it is a symbol of the training excellence. Will Recruit Officer Joseph please present yourself on stage? Recruit Correction Officer Luis Rodriguez is the class salutatorian with an average of 96.8. Will Recruit Officer Rodriguez please present yourself on stage? Got a little swag there, officer. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present the class valedictorian, Recruit Officer Leah Joseph, and salutatorian, Recruit Officer Luis Rodriguez.
Good afternoon, New York City Department of Correction Commissioner Cynthia Brand, Assembly Member David Weprin, Chair of the Assembly, Committee of Correction, First Deputy Commissioner Angel Villalona, Chief of Department Hazel Jennings, Senior Deputy Commissioner Mark Strange, Commanding Officer of the Correction Academy Penny L. Jones, other members of the dais, fellow officers, family, and friends. I am Luis Rodriguez, along with Leah Joseph, and we are proud to stand before you as the valedictorian and salutatorian of Class 02, fiscal year 2017. First, we would like to thank our families and friends who have supported us along the way. We would also like to thank our company commanders, Officers Rafael De Peña and Joseph Messina, who always gave us their all. Thanks to the entire Academy staff for all their hard work and dedication. To companies V1 and L2, thank you for all your support, friendships, and memories. Finally, graduation, the moment we worked so hard for is here. We received our shields, and now we can say we are New York City correction officers. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. We deserve it. On June 19th, 2017, 22 weeks ago, we embarked on this journey. We stuck with all the demands and challenges, from test after test, financial hardships, changing schedules, as well as physical training. We have succeeded. We have answered the call. We have been chosen to lead the department through a period of transition. As our city and country look to reform the criminal justice system, it is each and every one of us that have been entrusted to lead that change. Today, we have been well prepared to accomplish that goal. A special thanks to Captain Lomas, Captain Womack, Captain Mack, and Captain Grant for keeping us focused and getting our minds right during roll call. Thanks to Officer Lurk, Officer Brown, Officer Stefan, and Officer Givens, who really cared to correct us and taught us from their hearts. To the Firearms and Tactics Unit, thank you for being exceptional during your training. To the Applicant Investigation Unit, to the COBA President, Elias Husamuddin, and the entire Executive Board, we express our gratitude. In closing, as our oath says, remain honest, loyal, and let your good work speak for you by exhibiting unquestionable integrity. Be humble and depend on each other. Learn from senior officers, supervisors, and those who have guided us from day one. It is an honor and a pleasure to have gone through this journey by your side. Scripture tells us, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Let us use those words as we turn the page on the next chapter of our career. Thank you, and may God bless us all. Congratulations to the class of 02, fiscal year 2017.
Thank you, Recruit Officer Joseph and Rodriguez. Can you put your hands together one more time for them? Also, I would like to officially welcome, for the first time at our ceremony today, Assembly Member David Weprin, Chair of the Assembly Committee of Corrections. Can you put your hands together for him? I would like to welcome back to the podium the President of the Correction Officers Benevolent Association, Elias Husamuddin.
Starting to feel real important. Guys, come a little closer. Leah, I'm not going to bite you. You going to say hello? You could. Come on, say hello. This is the valedictorian. She's going to say hello. Do it like Russell Simmons. I know you don't want to talk. Just say hello. Say it. Say hello.
Hello.
She don't want to talk, guys. Listen, as customary with this presentation, the COBA, we used to give the correction officer the valedictorian, the salutatorian. We used to give them the 9mm. Then we used to give them a vest. And then we came to the conclusion that we would just give them cash, that we would just give them money. I won't say how much it is because I heard in the speech something about hardship and money, so I'm sure there's some mothers or fathers or somebody out there that you owe. So I'm not going to tell how much the check is for. But for Leah Joseph, there is a check for being the valedictorian. And for Luis Rodriguez, there's also a check for being the valedictorian. And like the bishop said, I want to thank Dave Weprin for being here. He's the guy that's busting his behind to get us our new scanners. He's the one that's leading that charge up in Albany. So, you know, we want to be as supportive of him as we possibly can. Thank you very much. Congratulations, guys.
Another round of applause for our valedictorian and salutatorian. Come on, make some noise, Madison Square Garden. At this time, I'd like to welcome back to the podium for a special presentation, New York City Department of Corrections Commissioner Cynthia Brand.
Apparently, Elias is more important than I am because he got to go first. But on this day when we are welcoming so many new officers, it's only fitting that we take a moment to bid farewell. Oh, okay. So we're just going to hold on that thought for a moment, and I would like to take this moment to introduce the Honorable Mayor Bill de Blasio. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Well, everybody, it is an honor to be with you today. This is a historic moment for New York City. This extraordinary graduating class is going to mean so much to this department and this city, but it's also a really historic moment for every family that is here. Everybody here, every one of these proud individuals who have worked so hard to get to this day. And I'll say it first to all of you. You worked so hard. Every one of you worked so hard to realize this dream. But you had your families behind you every step of the way. And let's all give a big round of applause to those families. No one gets here alone. And I have to say, I understand what sacrifice it is for everyone involved to decide to take on such an important role in public service. I want to start by thanking each one of you for making the choice that you made. It's a noble choice. It's an important choice to come forward and say, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to do something that's really tough to do, but it's the right thing to do. It's going to change lives. It's going to change neighborhoods. It's going to change this city for the better. That's what all of you decided to do. But then you had a lot more work to do to get to this point. Didn't come easy. Took persistence, took focus, took commitment. And your families backed you every step along the way. So everyone's in this together. Each one of you with your family backing you up. Each one of you supporting each other in this crucial work. This day indicates the beginning of really big and important changes and improvements in this work. This is a historic day. There's literally never been a day like this. Today, there will be 1,144 graduates. This is the biggest graduating class in the history of the Department of Corrections. Isn't that amazing? And I want to thank some of the leaders here with us who are here also to mark this day because they understand exactly how important it is and they understand how sacred the work of this agency is. First, especially want to thank someone I chose a few weeks ago to take the mantle and take on the leadership of this agency because I saw the extraordinary work she had already done. Let's thank Commissioner Cynthia Brand for her leadership. I want to thank the people who represent the people who do the work and who work with us every day to make sure that the work is done right and there's support there for those who do so much for this city. I want to thank the president of COBA, Elias Hussamuddin, and I just give him a round of applause. And the president of the Assistant Deputy Wardens and Deputy Wardens Association, Faisal Zubi. Thank you, Faisal. And lastly, want to acknowledge and thank someone who's done tremendous work in Albany in support of the men and women who do this important work and in support of all the reforms we're trying to make our correction system stronger and safer. Please join me in thanking the chair of the Corrections Committee in the Assembly, Assemblymember David Weprin. So 1,144 graduates. It is historic, and it's not an accident. It was a choice to invest in this agency. You are coming into this work at a moment of particular importance and a moment of particular change. You are going to be a generation that does things different and transforms this agency. And one of the things that this agency often didn't get was investment. But in the last 4 years, we've been very clear. If we want the best for the people who do the work, if we want their work to be rewarding and safe and constructive, if we want the best outcomes for those who find themselves in our facilities because their lives went astray, but we want to bring them back to the right path, if we want that to work, we have to invest in it. It doesn't happen without that investment. And that means having enough officers to begin with. This was both a matter of the number of officers we needed, but it was also a matter of the quality of officers we needed. You, every one of you, went through the most intensive recruiting and screening and training effort in the history of this agency. There have literally never been officers who were selected so carefully, the very best chosen for this work. There have never been officers who have been trained so well. You represent the best. And we're going to be asking a lot of you. But we also have to give something to you. We have to give you the backup you deserve. We have to do a class of this size to finally make inmate staff ratios better, to finally end things like triple shifts. We had to make the investment, and we have a lot more we have to do, and that investment will continue. Now look, I mentioned it's a historic moment in so many ways. It's a historic moment because we are committed as a city, all of us, everyone at City Hall, everyone in this agency, everyone who represents us in the City Council, in the state legislature. There is a strong commitment to getting this right, to making sure these facilities are better, that they're safer, that they're fairer for everyone. And look, that means very tangible changes. We made a decision to provide a lot more education and training to inmates because we knew that is crucial to redemption. It's crucial to making sure that it's the last time each of them sees the inside of a jail cell. It's crucial also to the environment within each facility, that there will be more safety and security if inmates are given constructive things to do during the day. So we went from a system that used to only give 1 hour of education and training for a day to a system that now has 5 hours per inmate per day of education and training. That's a huge difference maker. And let's be honest, a lot of the inmates that you will supervise, they didn't get the education and training they should have in their younger years. Some of them are still quite young, and they were cheated out of the kind of preparation they deserved in life. That doesn't forgive their mistakes. We can think two thoughts in mind at the same time. That people made mistakes, have to pay their debt to society, but we also know a lot of ways they deserved a better start, and it's our job to fix that. And in fact, in the times you have with them, you will be the agent of change. You're literally going to be agents of redemption. And that may sound lofty, And I know it's tough, tough work. Nothing I'm saying suggests I think it's going to be easy, or I think that everybody you come across is going to be open to the kind of redemption they should be. But I can also say, having talked to a lot of officers, you will find a surprising number of people whose lives can be turned around. And you will feel that extraordinary satisfaction when you know that you took someone who was on a path to nothing good and you got them back on the right path so they could be constructive members of society, so they could go back to their families and do the right thing. That's the work you will be doing. You also are going to be part of a historic change in the city. You know, there's been so much talk, so much focus on Rikers Island. 85 years Rikers Island has been there. And we know there have been a lot of problems along the way. So we made a decision to make a big change. We're going to have, obviously, correction facilities going forward. In fact, we're going to have some new facilities built. And one of the things I find most exciting is that the future involves new and modern facilities that will be a lot better for you to work in, and a lot safer and a lot more conducive to the redemptive work that you're here to do. You are going to be the generation that shuts down Rikers Island once and for all. And you're going to be the generation that opens new and better facilities that you can work in that will be a better place to work and a better place to change people's lives. It is a very big undertaking. Everything I'm saying to you is this is big, tough work. We're asking you to do something big, something historic, something that's never been done before. But we have faith in you, and we will invest in you, and we will support you. That's our obligation. You signed up to be members of New York's Boldest. Well, it takes bold people to make big changes. It takes bold people to redeem human lives and turn them around. It takes bold people to do things that have never been done before. We believe you will be those bold people. My friends, I want you to know, not only is the work not easy, it often will feel thankless, but I'm going to tell you for the first time today, and I'll have occasions to tell you many times thereafter, I want to thank you for making this choice. I want to thank you for stepping forward. I want to tell you the satisfaction you're going to feel is more important than some of what you might read in the newspapers that often mischaracterizes the hard work you do. I want to thank you because I know this city couldn't work without you. And I want to thank you for making this choice, and I want you to know that I know how important it is, and I have a commitment to you to make sure we provide you the support and the resources you need. So, you are joining a department with a leadership that has a mandate to make change and reform, and a leadership that also understands it all begins with each of you. Commissioner Brand has an extraordinary history of creating tangible and effective reform, of adding that rehabilitative programming I talked about, the education, the training, of enhancing staff safety, but also of listening. You'll find that. She listens to the people who do the work. She used to do the work herself, so she understands how important it is to listen to all of you and learn from what you're experiencing. We together appreciate your choice, the leadership you're going to provide, the bravery you're going to show, the difference you're going to make. And to all of you, you come from every walk of life in this city, you come from every borough, every neighborhood, 778 men, 366 women, you represent the best in New York City. And there's a couple of special realities about this class that I want you to join me in saluting. First of all, we owe a double debt of gratitude to 85 members of this class, because they're about to do great things for New York City, but they have already served their country in the United States military. Let's thank all of them. And another group is doing something I really love and appreciate. They're following in family footsteps. They had a mother, a father, a sibling, an aunt, uncle who was on the job before them. In fact, there are two of you that had grandmothers who are on the job before you. Let's thank all those who are legacies in their family. So, you're doing this for your families, and you feel so much for your families feel so much for you today, but you're also joining a larger family, the family of the Department of Correction, and it is a good and strong family, and a family that's getting stronger all the time. And with that, my friends, is now the moment I think you've probably been waiting for quite a while. It's time for the oath of office. All right, and repeat after me. I state your name. Pledge to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of New York. And faithfully discharge the duties. Of the rank of correction officer. To the best of my ability. Well, I have the honor of saying now, congratulations, officers. And God bless you all. Well done, everyone.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause. If If there's any civilian prior service, veterans, Vietnam vets, Desert Storm vets, anyone that has served in our civilian audience, would you please stand at this time? Ladies and gentlemen, can we celebrate them real quick? Thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Commissioner Cynthia Brand will now come again for her special presentation.
So on this day, as we welcome all of our new officers, it's fitting that we take a moment to bid farewell to one of our best and note the example that he has set for all of you. After more than 20 years, Captain Edward Breyer has retired, and although he served a number of facilities in different positions, his lasting legacy will be at the department's care unit. Please join me in welcoming Captain Breyer to the podium. Captain, welcome, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all that you've done for this agency. And now it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage Captain Breyer's family and care members. No, I'm going to read this first. Let's see. So the mission of CARE, the Employee Assistance Program, is to provide support and services to our staff who are going through tough times, stemming from personal difficulties or just family issues. Before arriving at CARE, Captain Breyer worked at RNDC, VCBC, and RMSC in various capacities. At CARE, for more than 5 years, he was on call around the clock, ready to respond to a crisis at a moment's notice. When there was a death in an employee's family, Captain Breyer or a member of his team were there to provide comfort and counseling. And when an active or retired member of service passed away, the captain reached out to the grieving family. On countless occasions, Captain Breyer got out of bed in the middle of the night to go to the hospital when an officer was injured. After years of this, Captain, I believe you have earned your rest. We are confident that the members working in CARE will be the first to agree CARE has become a vital part of the Department of Correction, largely because of this man here and his leadership. In fact, I've been told by his colleagues that Captain Breyer turned CARE around and he made people trust in CARE. We thank you for your service, Captain Breyer, and we wish you a happy and well-earned retirement.
Wow, this is amazing. First and foremost, congratulations to all you officers. You guys look great. Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Brand, First Deputy Commissioner Vigilona, Chief of Department Jennings, and Senior Deputy Commissioner Strange. I'd like to thank you all and my entire DOC family. I'd like to thank you all for the support. I am humbled, elated, honored, but most of all, blessed to be part of this family. I'd like to thank the CARE unit for all the support that you guys have shown me throughout the years, for believing in me, and being part of my family. To my immediate family, my wife, Cindy, I love you, my kids, my grandchildren, okay? Thank you for all the support, for being part of my team, being on my side. For the graduates, I'd like to leave you a little recipe of success, which I used. It's respect, integrity, pride, and most of all, support. Support each other, take care of each other, have each other's backs. And families, support your officers. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give retired Captain Edwin Brea another round of applause. He's an unsung hero for our department, and he will be missed. At this time, we'd like to welcome to the podium the Chief of Department, Chief Jennings.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy holidays. I would like to first acknowledge Mayor de Blasio, distinguished faculty, COB President Elias Hussamadeen, the Captains Association, Billy Inman, who's my hero, and the President of the Assistant Deputy Wardens Association, Faisal Zubi, and especially the newest member of the Boldest. Congratulations to all of you, all 1144. Today, you are making history. You've all come a very long way over the past 24 weeks, from shock day to physical fitness and fire safety training to chemical agent preparedness. You've each shown tremendous heart and talent time and time again. You've earned your spot, and you all should be proud of yourselves. I want to first, again, thank Warden Penny Jones and the Academy and your staff for all of the hard work that you've done. And before we go any further, let's give a round of applause to the family, friends, and loved ones for their support for your 24 weeks. The New York City Department of Corrections has roots that date back to before 1895. Within the department's main operations on Blackwell's Island, housing a population of 2,650. In the mid-1930s, we built our first jail, HGM, on Rikers Island. Today, New York City is home to the second largest municipal jail system in the United States. Our jail houses an average population of over 9,000 inmates, 13 facilities, and 2 hospital prison wards. Today, you are joining a strong team of over 14,000 professional men and women dedicated to providing public safety in the city of New York. As we grow in size, so has our operations, responsibilities, and social impact. Today, we are at the forefront of a transformative reform agenda that you will lead and that will be your legacy because you are our future. The reform agenda guides our work as we implement best correctional practices across our agency. And under my leadership, we will expand and leverage our successes and move this agency forward as one. As your acting chief of the department, I am committed to advancing the agency's reforms by utilizing best practices, sound judgment, management, and an atmosphere of transparency. Together, we will continue along the path of reform that reduces violence, enhances safety for all. This includes, among other things, the radical redesign of staff training, the implementation of a new use of force policy, customized custody management and programming options that meet the unique needs of our diverse population, the use of technology and new correctional tools. Our future together is full of innovative and promise. I challenge you outside the box, understanding that although meaningful change takes place over time, you have my full support and unwavering commitment throughout our journey. The work that we'll do to continue driving crime and jail populations to record lows will require all of you to help lead the way. You will take part in offering thousands of your fellow human beings the chance to change your lives for the better. And your dedication and determination as our newest peace officers will be an important part of making sure that our city's best days are still ahead. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. And working together is success. I began my remarks to you by talking about DLC history, and right now, I would like to take a moment to recognize one of our DLC pioneers. 29 years ago, when I first started the job, as a woman in corrections, we wore skirts. And over 30 years ago, the correction test for women stated the Department of Corrections for women, and we were only allowed to work in the Women's Department of Corrections, which is now Rosa Singer. And Jackie McMickens came along and opened up the doors for an advancement so that I can stand here today. So in order for me to put, as we recognize one of our DLC pioneers, her significance in context, I need to show you a little history of our journey. This trailblazer stands alongside some of our DLC's most influential and powerful female leaders, like Anna M. Cross, Jacqueline McMickens, Zenobia Gray, Catherine Abate, Carolyn Thomas, Gloria Lee, Evelyn Maribel, Catherine Raymond, Sheila Vaughn, Frida Holmes, and Cynthia Brand, just to name a few. Will Miss Jacqueline Perry, former retired captain, please come to the podium? So Jackie joined the department in 1974 at a very divisive time in DLC history. She dealt with doubling population, inmate riots, and male-dominated workforce. During her 20-year journey with DLC, she has seen the inmate population change, our agency's priorities change, our uniforms change, yet she continued to serve strong as an inspirational female leader for our agency. When we talk about transformation and changing cultures, this woman is a testimony to that change and transformation. She has been a trainer and a mentor to hundreds of law enforcement professionals. And although she ended her professional career with DOC in 1994, she continues to impact the masses of her mission's focused work as president of the New York City Women in Corrections Incorporation, providing a platform that promotes informed discussions on correctional issues, mentoring, and training. So please stand to your feet and give her a round of applause.
She said, do I want to say something? I do. Where's my check? Where's my check? Listen, you guys, I came on this job almost 44 years ago in a class of almost 50 people, 19 of which were females. We all worked in the women's house, but one thing we had was passion for this job. I challenge you guys to have passion for this job. I was very passionate about coming to work, about standing by my coworkers, about learning my job, about knowing my rules and regulations. And you have to have a work ethic when you step in here. Okay? This job is serious. It's not for everybody. I don't know if anybody told you guys that. It's not for everybody. You have to be passionate. You have to have a goal. You have to be focused on why you are here. You have the opportunity to rise up through the ranks, career paths, career succession, and when the chief looks around at who she's going to advance with 1,000 people, all with the same criteria, guess who she's going to choose? The people that have been passionate. The people that are on the ball, that's doing it like this, okay? Take care of your business. I've been retired 23 years, and every time I turn around, I'm doing something with corrections. I got to bring my passion down a bit. Where's my check? Where's my check? Families, really, they need your support, especially those of you who have children and people where you are caregivers. They need your support. Sisters, we have women in corrections here. We're here to help you. Reach out, find a mentor, ask your supervisor, who's the best person in this building that I can learn this job the right way? Okay? Don't follow everybody, because everybody's not the right person to follow. You want to find out who's the best officers in this building that I can learn the job the right way. Ask your supervisors, ask your other coworkers. Hey, ask the inmates, they know. Learn, do your job. Come to work and do your job. Reach out to us if you need to. We offer our help. I say to Commissioner Brand and Chief Jennings, this department used to be great. People used to come from all over the country to see what we were doing here in corrections. Warden Jones, the academy was the state of the art. They had trainers from criminal minds from all over the country come to this academy to learn from DOC. We were on it like that. We had Catherine Gibbs School. We had Sears Roebuck and Company here. We had culinary arts, horticulture, tailoring. We had Mercy College for staff that came to Rikers Island. So we were once the legacy for the whole country that people came to witness and speak with. And we can be great again. We can be great again. And I challenge you guys to be part of that. And I'm going to sit down because I told the chief I could talk all day, but I'm not going to. Where's my check? Thank you so much, and welcome to the Department of Corrections.
So, in closing, I just want to leave you with this quote. Work hard in silence and let your success be a noise.
Can we give Chief another round of applause? Thank you, Chief Hazel Jennings. At this time, we'd like to prepare for our benediction. We'd like to welcome to the podium our staff chaplain, Chaplain Von Boydosh, as he prepares for our benediction.
Let us pray. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells us humility, patience, sincerity, nonviolence, uprightness, purity, constancy, and self-control are the truths of which sages have sung. Jalaluddin Rumi reminds us that although I may try to describe love when I experience it, I am speechless. Although I may try to write about love, I am rendered helpless. My pen breaks and the paper slips away at the ineffable place where lover, loving, and loved are one. And in Psalm 71 we read, "O God, be not far from me. O my God, make haste for my help. Let them be confounded and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor, those that seek my hurt." In this way, may all gathered here today, and those precious and loved by those who are gathered who cannot be here today, this entire DOC family be blessed with wisdom, compassion, righteousness, and protection. May all be healthy, and may the journey we walk together be a journey we live together with love, respect, honor, dignity, and joy. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Von Boydosh. This concludes our ceremony. On behalf of Commissioner Brand, thank you for joining us today. Our personal congratulations to the newly assigned officers and their families. Enjoy the rest of your day. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and get home safely. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please remain in your seats while the class of newly minted officers begin to depart.